All right, so this is Unit 4, Lesson 16. We're going to continue looking closely at slope. The last time we got to, the last lesson, we actually sort of talked about the sort of general way of calculating slope. And I want to pose a question here about, if I show you this line right here, notice that there are multiple points. Do you think it matters which 2 points you choose? So let's say that let's start by looking at, let's label this point as A, and let's label this point as B, and then we'll label this point right here as C. So let's imagine for a minute, what if I chose A to B? What if I chose that as my slope? So if we looked at it this way, this would be, I have to go up 2 from A to B, and then I have to go right 4. Pay attention to your scales. Got to be careful about that. Pay attention to your scales. I have to actually go up right 4. Notice it goes from -4 to 0. The scale is not ones. So that means I'm up 2 and I'm right 4, which gives me a slope of 2 over 4. And then what if I chose B to C? That would be up 1. Use the tool here. Up 1, and then again, watch your scale, right 2. So this would be up 1 and right 2, which gives me a slope of 1/2. Are those the same? Yeah, you can kind of tell by looking at them that they're the same, but let me prove it to you even further. What I created here with these lines is I actually created some triangles. And in these triangles, this is a right angle right here. And I can actually, if I use parallel lines crossed by a transversal, we're going to adjust some stuff from the beginning of the year here. It turns out that this angle and this angle are actually corresponding. So those 2 angles are congruent. That means that this red triangle is similar to this green triangle because I have 2 pairs of corresponding angles congruent. So that means that this side over this side in fraction form, which is exactly what slope is, it should be the same for this triangle as it is for this triangle, because the triangles are similar, it's just one is bigger than the other. So what happens is we actually get similar triangles. So this is kind of easy to see that these 2 fractions are actually the same. They're both 0.5. But I could actually prove it to you by setting up a proportion, which is what you're going to do. You're going to set up a proportion, and as we've now learned, we solve proportions by cross multiplying. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 1 is 4, and so we can see that those 2 are exactly the same. So the punchline here is it doesn't matter which 2 points you choose on a line, the slope is constant everywhere, so we should always get to fractions that are essentially equal. So this all boils down really to similar triangles. And we can give you a formula. I'd like to give you a formula for slope now because you're going to be calculating slope in a lot of cases, and we need sort of a quicker way. By the way, you also need to be able to do it without a picture, which means you need a formula. So our slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. You will sometimes hear this referred to as rise over run. And that's just a way to help you remember that it's the change in y over the change in x. So let's actually use this. Let's finish up this video by actually using this formula to calculate the slope from the line above. So let's actually do this one more time. This time I'm going to use A and C. So the coordinates of A are -4, 0, and the coordinates of C are 2, 3. Okay, so let's calculate out our slope using the formula. So we know that the slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Where are those coming from? Those are coming from my coordinates. You can choose to label this point as your quote-unquote 2 or this one as your 2. Doesn't matter. It's your choice. I like to label the first one as the 2. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to label this as x2, and this is y2. And so the other one will be x1, y1. Now you could switch those if you want. What you can't do is you can't mix. You can't have x1 and y2. That won't work. Now let me just plug into my formula. When I plug into my formula, y2 is 0, minus y1 is 3, x2 is negative 4, minus x1 is 2. And so I get negative 3 over negative 6, which guess what? Reduces to 1/2, which is exactly the same slope as I got over here when I was doing this problem. So now you have a method of doing it where I don't even have to give you a picture. I can just give you a couple of points with coordinates, and you can calculate the slope between those coordinates. And you know that it doesn't, if I give you a line, it doesn't matter which points you choose, because when you calculate slope, what you're really doing is creating similar triangles, and so everything is in proportion. That's it.